Hello and welcome to another episode of Hates the Name Plays Monster Train. Let's start up a new run here. So if you may remember from the last video that we won as the Umbra once again, and this time on Covenant Rank 2. That's given us a nice streak on Covenant Rank 2 as well. I think they count the streaks for Covenant ranks 1 to like 9 or something like that, though. So I think it says we have a streak of 3, even though one of those was on Covenant rank 1. Yeah, you can see here it says we have a win streak of 3, but on Covenant rank 2, we've only won both as Hellhorned and as Umbra. So this time we're gonna Umbra, not as a candle people. We're coming back to do it again as one of these three. Not sure which we'd like to see most. Let's rock this combination. How about we'll do Awoken Primary and Melting Remnant as our allies. Can I see the logbook? Yes. I was looking at this at the end of the last video, and we haven't seen the full-fledged spike build, and we haven't really seen much for the draw build. I don't think draw is really going to be our go-to here. I think it's going to be spikes if we can get it, or the heal. But I'm leaning towards spikes as a sort of a switch-up option. Although this is good with the heal. This burnout ability will be good with burnout units. Oh, I didn't check again. Oh, our spells are going to be devoured. Okay. Good to know. I think I'd rather have the consume cards have a 50% chance not to consume, which is going to be nice because that'll counteract that, like, pretty well. So we do have the rejuvenate option, but like I said, we're going to try a spike build, or at least option, on the champion this time. Gotta turn on our mandatory first trial. Let's say they get armor. Yeah, 10 armor. That's hard for us to get through this early on. Well, maybe not as hard as I thought. Those guys are pretty heavy damage, and he's gonna take 10 damage on my spikes. I'm not sure if it's worth putting him behind here or not. Well, they're only one capacity. That's kind of neat. So what if we do something like that, and then on this floor we plan for them to come up here. They burn out in 2 rounds, so we don't mind if he tanks a little bit, I think. Maybe I'm making mistakes placing that, but I think it'll be alright. I mean, he will get hit and die pretty much immediately. I don't know if I have a way to to kill this unit. By unit, I mean the collector that gives us the gold, and sadly, yeah, we're not even breaking through this unit's shields. We don't have any targeted damage spells. We have 2 of these and 2 of these units, which these are good to keep our keep these guys going. So we'll do that right there. Keep him, our champion, healthy. That's a good idea. But there's not much to be done here. So I guess I just hit that hit my champion with another heal. Unfortunately, we do lose the gold. Brief respite. Okay, let's do this. That's a pretty easy get. Sure. Oh, it didn't consume. That's nice. I think because this floor is really our biggest floor, we're going to want to keep this one from burning out for as long as possible. This unit will burn out, but That's gonna be okay. If I add him here, it's another 5 damage here. Doesn't really do anything to this. If I add him up here though, 5 damage here doesn't really do anything to this setup. So sadly, we're not really getting much out of this. We just, maybe I misplaced some of our stronger units. I don't know what they're called actually. The Dreg? I don't know. But we maybe misplaced them slightly. And if so, that's my bad. Okay, he is dead. He might have been dead for a while. I didn't actually check. This is just for fun. So we ended up taking a bit of pyre damage. We missed out on the collector unit, so it wasn't the best first fight, but I think we were just kind of... We're not exactly super strong yet. This deck seems like it starts off a little bit behind, but I think it's got potential for sure. We'd like to see spikes on one of these, but barring that, is it better to take this or this, I wonder? Since we have burning out units, that might be a good option. Descending a unit is super strong. I do like this as well, for sure. If we could put this on those burnout units we already have, that's just going to extend them even further and give them added damage. It makes them even more useful. But like, that's super strong. I'm certainly torn a little bit on my choice there. Harvest. This happens when a unit on this floor dies. I I don't see that being the play. Maybe he's meant to be kind of a tank unit for burning out allies, but I think this is better for us. And we have an option here. We can get another Candle Friend or get ourselves an Awoken unit. I kind of do like the idea of getting an Awoken unit. If I'm gonna upgrade a spell, making this a little bit cheaper wouldn't hurt for sure. Yeah, let's go this route. And this is decent. If we gain some sort of spike artifact, we could get some really good synergy going on. Holdover as well. Holdover would be good on this for the rest of our burnout units. Oh, I can't afford it now. I probably should have bought Holdover first, just because it's a little rarer. I think that one -1 cost comes up quite a bit. So I whiffed a little bit on this. That adds the health that they heal, but it doesn't add any to the burnout, so I won't bother with that. I'm not crazy about this heal. I think we can probably just get better. I'm almost tempted to purge or restore, but I guess it's a little early for that. We'll just save some of our gold here. Spikes. Spikes, I think will... Yeah, that'll really crush those units. And they're our main damage dealers right now. Although we do have her. It's gonna hurt. I think we're gonna take fire damage here, because I think our units are gonna die to spikes. Oh. Well, they all do attack, so they're all gonna die against my beautiful champion here and all her spiky gloriness. Gloriness? Glory? Sure. This still seems like a good idea. I think the next wave will likely not be fully spiked I'll put this guy up here because they have haste. There's a chance they make it to the top. Although I think the haste unit always attacks, and so as long as we have, well, that's a good setup too. As long as we have our spike unit surviving, which we do, then that won't be an issue. I think it's a good idea to get this unit up here as well. We can start getting them some healing as well, then we'll be pretty good. Oh, I didn't even remember, like I kind of forgot about descending a unit. So I could have put the thorn one here and then descended it. Although it is a spike unit, so I do still want it to kind of be out front. I like this. And then I do think we need to give this unit some more health. And I'm willing to put this guy down because I think we're going to have a pretty big floor coming. Yep. Let's see. We want to extend her for as long as we can. And that's long enough. And then we would just extend this unit for as long as we could. And then we'd put these guys down. I'm doing it just to kind of best practices. Make sure I keep everything right in my head. But I see that it's not really necessary. So yeah, we didn't actually end up taking any pyre damage there, I don't believe, so that was good. And this strikes me as something we could really use. Though this is also quite good. The thing is, we don't have targeted spells to hit the back units very much. So this would be good for letting us pull the back units forward, but this also just hits everybody, so technically that kind of does the job. Apply Stealth 1. Stealth and spikes don't really work well together. We already have Purifying Cleanse, but it is exceptionally good, but I do think we go with the Wicklash this time. I think that'll be pretty strong if we can keep a unit, keep their burnout going for a long time. I do often like to get to the duplicate when there's a good target for it. And I mean, maybe that's worth looking at. Or even just another one of her. But I'm tempted just to go the other route and try to get a holdover on one of these. But maybe that's kind of silly thinking. I mean, that's a bit of a waste here. We could see what we get for a unit too. This one's got my curiosity more than anything. Oh yeah. You don't have spikes, so I mean, you're not gonna be working with the rest of our spike setup, but we don't really have a spike synergy or whatever. This does apply burnout 4 when I increase it that way. I could double stack one of these, and that's actually pretty strong as well. How about this? It doesn't double the +5, unfortunately. But I do still like that. I do kind of hope I can get a holdover on those. Oh, I don't know if I want this consuming, even though we do have a 50% chance to keep our consumed spells. Maybe I'll put it on one of these. Makes it more usable. I think I save the money and I hope to get holdover. No holdover. And no straight magic power without the consume. That does feel a little bad. I'm tempted to do this, I'm gonna do it. I know we'll consume it half the time, but half the time we won't. And I don't know if we're gonna hit up a lot more magic shops is the thing. We might be looking at more upgrades for our units from now on. Both of these are pretty strong. Like this one puts an enemy in the pyre room to take 60 damage before they get to attack. And then I know the pyre just gets stronger and stronger. But this one's also quite good. Although, honestly, with dazing the units, that kind of counteracts. It doesn't work with our spikes. They don't synergize well with each other because with the daze, they're not going to attack, so then they don't get hit by spikes, obviously. But that all said, it's still a free card to cast, and it's a very good card because it just drops a unit back down to go all the way back through our train. Okay, so this floor is dangerous. What is it? Exploding twice? Yeah, so we don't want to play anything on that floor right now. So I think we just play our champ here. Put this guy up here. I don't mind putting her down here, but I'm gonna wait till she comes back through, I think. Then we'll back this one up with that. And I don't know, maybe just him here. Maybe I should hold out for something better up there. I'm not positive on that one. Nice. Him putting the bomb down there again is fine, because I don't plan on playing anything down there right now. So she's got burnout 3 right now. He's actually going to lose. He's going to disappear to burnout. But although I guess it doesn't hurt to put it on him rather than trying to stack it all on her. I think we put regen on him to start getting him some spikes building. If I put him out here, he dies and then he doesn't come back. It's not like he's endless, so I do need to get regen on this unit as well, or just like a heal. But I've got a couple of those in the deck, so yeah, there we go. I think that's a pretty safe option to cast. Just like that, and now you're dead, and you're only taking 2 damage, which is very negligible. If I put him down here, he dies, although I could put this guy in front. And with no other room to play these units, that makes sense to me. I could drop a unit, but I don't know which unit I'd actually want to drop right now. Because I do like this guy being out front. You know what? Oh no. I was going to say putting that one unit who gives burnout and dropping them would be good, but then they have to get hit to give burnout, so that's false. I could stack them up, but maybe I'll just put a little more damage down here. Things are going decently so far. That's gonna hurt. That's for certain. Ah, haste. Haste, you say, hey? That was a very astute choice, I think. You're taking 4, which isn't terrible. You're potentially taking 16. I could just drop this to the bottom floor because these guys are dying anyways. Yeah, it's only going to take 2 attacks, so it's not like a major loss. So I think I do that. So now this floor is just kind of wiped, but they're going to come up here and all die to spikes. So no biggie. I don't think I bother putting you out because you would just get wiped as well. So that's the end of that. Although I guess, yeah, I hadn't considered that annoyingly this unit gets up here at the same time, although it doesn't seem to matter. Okay, so you're a little bit hurt. This is an easy choice. This is still the better, she's still the stronger unit. This I like. Double bombs. Oh yeah, because it's dazed. It won't even blow up for a little bit. Now you're still taking 4 damage, so let's make it a little bit less. What I need right now is I need a stronger unit to put behind here. Okay, so first of all, will this make her burn out 7 or will it make it 4? 7. Wow, that's really good. Let's keep him around as well. But then let's also do that. And let's make her stronger, or him stronger. Him stronger since he's gonna have a little more time once the boss gets here, before that's a problem. You're gonna survive, so what I'll do is just drop you down. Now you don't survive. You are gonna do 2 damage. Big whoop. Okay, so this should probably be a pretty good floor for us. 284 out of 400 health. That's not bad. Does that make much of a difference? He's doing 9. This will bring you up to 27. Does that include? No, that doesn't include the regen, so that does actually buy us 1 extra turn. So 324. Do we have any more room up here? No, so... Although I could drop this... I could drop him just for the sake of putting the dredge behind. I could drop him too, but then he's dazed for 2 rounds. So he's not doing the attack, but he will get hit a bunch at the end. And that could potentially kill him. It might buy us a little more XP. So 9 times what is 55? 9 times 6 is 54. So you'd be taking 7 hits. 7 times, how many spikes do you got? 14? Yeah, you would die. So you're dead. Nice. And then we could do this if we wanted. Look at that. We even did the math on that. Very simple math and kind of sounded stupid doing it because I had to think about it for a second, but we did it and we look smart for it. Gain 1 soul, extinguish, deal damage to enemy units equal to 15 times the soul count. It's interesting. There's definitely like there's a place for that somewhere in certain decks. I don't know if this is it though, because we try to keep these units alive. And that card seems to go in a deck where you let them die and you recycle them. Being quick, I mean, it could help her. Like being quick doesn't really do a ton for our deck otherwise. It could help these guys actually because they have low health and higher damage. But I think this might be the best option. Now, my initial thought was this is the choice. Gaining mana for it being hit is kind of nice. But this is a tank unit. This is a tanky unit, and this is a tanky unit, so we don't really need a fourth tanky unit. We need more damage more than anything. And this is the highest damage unit in here. I don't know if he's worth it. I mean, yeah, it'd be nice to trigger that gold once in a while, but I really don't know if he's worth it. But we're gonna try. I like this because one capacity is one of those dreg units. So it's not nothing, that's significant. I think we go this route. I'm not really sure what I could hope to gain here. Maybe a damage unit. And we got one. She's quite good for damage. Putting spikes on this guy is okay. You know, it just gives him an early start. We could put spikes on her. I'm for some reason I'm really tied to the idea of spikes right now, but I have no real good reason to be. I do like giving these guys starting health so that we have time to build them up. I think I'd like to make this unit just do as much more damage as possible. So I don't know if I want to put quick on them. Maybe quick on him would be good, because then he has a chance to kill early. Let's see what we get here. Burnout 1. I don't really like that. It makes them harder to keep around, and that's kind of what we're trying to do. I mean, that's interesting just because he's not super high damage, so he would clear up the space by burning out. Or if I put him behind her, it kind of works better. I'm gonna give this a try. Might regret it, we'll see. I think this is okay. Later on, I'm hoping to get a plus 10 damage or whatever. Yeah, I think it's plus 10 damage is what the other option would be. And I'd like to get that on this unit, but for right now, I think that's okay. And we are going spikes all the way. You can't stop us from spiking the enemies. Even if you're not giving us any spike artifacts, because we skipped the option to get a free artifact. Extra 15 armor, huh? Does make dealing with those low health back units a little harder. How many spikes do we do now? 20! Ha! Ha! We laugh in the face of these guys. Laugh in the face. Yeah, these big burly guys with Encant are going to be a little harder to deal with, but I said we laugh, okay? I'm sticking to it. I think we put her back here, and that means I'd like to hit her with this. I know it gives him that Encant trigger, but I think it's worth it. And I'll just use this up here, and it did consume, sadly. Whoa! Uh-huh. Interesting. So this guy can't actually get the kill anywhere. And if I put him down right now, he will burn out immediately. And I don't have any of the spells that changes that. I like her back here. Man, I wish I had a way to kill this unit. But he does so much damage, I can't really see an easy way to do it. I'd like to cast this, but we do then miss out on the ability to cast a few other things that are really good here. Like putting regen on my unit would be nice. additionally, just setting this up seems pretty good. I'd like to put him up here, but if I put him up here right now, she's not getting hit until next turn, so he'll burn out before that happens, I think. I could try this, see if we get lucky. If we miss out, it's just a little bit of damage dealt here and missed. Like, all we would do is put a regen on her. So, all right, that's gonna get me the money. So, pretty happy with that. Also, almost kill this unit and give me more spikes and health on this guy. Okay. So that makes up for last time. Oh, you're not attacking, that's why. You're already dead. And because she's getting hit, she's gonna save them from burning out, which I think is why they're not showing that they're gonna burn out already. I think we just hit you with that. It gives you a big health boost, or burnout boost. We could fit this guy down here, but if we have any dregs left, we do. I think we'd rather one of them. Although they could fit at the top too and get that sweet, sweet burnout effect. Oh yeah, and this guy needs to come back around. Do we benefit from doing this? Dropping a unit back down? You know what? Oh, but then he misses out on 40 damage. That seems really good. Does Daze prevent him from healing? Yes, based on the fact that he's now taking 50, the answer is yes. I consider that something of an experiment, and I think that went well. So we want to save this room for our guy who needs it. Basically needs the burnout effects. I'm gonna buff this lady up. Give her a heal. He's still got lots of HP. Although he's only got a few spikes. That's true. Let's get a little more damage happening right here. She attacks 3 times. Yeah, getting her that 10 damage would be so nice. Oh, look at this! Oh, they're gonna burn out because she's not gonna get hit. Do I keep them alive? I think I do. I think it gets me more money. And she's still doing alright. Although, the boss is coming, so I do gotta be aware of that. I could descend a unit. I'm not sure what I'd want to descend. Keep this unit alive as long as possible. Like I could send her, but he's got more HP than she does, so that gives her more rounds to attack. I think putting him in here makes sense. So with that quickness, I should be looking at some more money up here. Nice. Okay, she's gonna burn out. But we're doing 444 damage, and now you are dead. And now my unit's surviving. Ha! So we gained some excess gold. Well, not excess, but extra gold from using that one unit to good effect. And we protected the pyre. 5 damage taken. Okay, we did take a bit of pyre damage. But pretty good job. We also did the trial, so I'm content with it. Suffice it to say. That's another Descenda unit. We already have the cheaper Descenda unit option. So I don't know if we need that. This is draw, +1 draw. I would like the little custodian thing that gives the spike bonus, because that would be really strong with our champion. So this one consumes, draw 1, enhance the cost of the card, enhance the drawn card cost to 0, and that actually stays. So as long as whatever you draw is like a reoccurring spell, that actually is pretty good. I like this. I think we just need to make it a little bit cheaper. Apply Endless to a friendly unit. Apply Stealth to a friendly unit. Remove all debuff effects from friendly units and all buff effects from enemy units. That seems really strong. I'm going to give that a shot. Endless, being able to put that on our champion, for example, that could be really good. Don't get me wrong. But just removing all the buffs from the enemy seems really good. I think I'm going to go this route because I do want to hit up another Merchant of Steel as soon as possible. I should have looked here before taking that health because it overhealed us and this might cost us some health. That was my mistake. This doesn't benefit us as much as this, for example. Yeah, this is our next best damage dealer, so that's our best choice. I don't mind this. Or even when upgrading these guys with a little extra. Yeah, that's okay by me. Do I want this? Like, I'm not... 4 spikes isn't crazy. It really isn't that much. I mean, I like when she gets hit, so giving her spikes actually seems to work in that regard. So I'll do that for her. And I'll actually double up them spikes. And then why not make this guy even tankier? And sadly, we're not getting quite what we wanted. Although putting Endless on these units isn't bad. I mean, just because they're 0 cost and they're 1 capacity, so they're so easy to fit into a level. So I don't mind that. I am sad that we still didn't get the +10 attack that we're looking for. I know I've seen this before, but I still kind of forget what we're getting out of here. Oh yeah, this one not purges, this one upgrades later to give us cards that consume, but they give us extra mana and draw a card, I believe. And considering we have this, I think this is a pretty solid choice. Yeah, I think this is the way to go. Take the blight now, and later we'll gain the benefits from it. So it's like a hamper in the early game here, but by the time we're at late game, it'll actually help us. I think that's a pretty good idea. Giving them +6 attack. That's gonna do 8 and 11. That hurts a little bit for sure. But we're at full pyre health now, and we're poor. So I think we do want the cash, even at the risk of losing some pyre health. You strunk. Do they? Oh my gosh. 44 damage? I have made mistakes. I feel like I have made mistakes. um, Too bad you're not the endless one. I'm tempted to put them out just to tank the first 8 damage. And like, I could put both of these guys down to tank that. This seems like a pretty good choice. Although, I'll be honest, I kind of like having the burnout floor happen here. Hmm. Can I just tank 44 damage and be okay with that? Oh boy. If she dies, I will be sad. I will be sad. So let's just make sure she doesn't die like that. I don't mind losing a dredge or a train steward. And yikes! Why? How? That's so many. Also, I feel overwhelmed by all of this. You're a quick unit, so you could save us a little bit of damage by attacking first. If I do this, and then this, she dies, but they all die, except for this unit. And he's gonna stick around for a while. Will you die? Oh, absolutely you will. I think I gotta cast her up here. I'd like to put this on her, but since I can't cast her, putting it on her doesn't do anything for us, so we'll just keep him around, I guess. Him being around and getting that kill does kind of make up for missing out on that one thingamajigger. Are we consuming it? Nope. Ha ha. Ha 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 ha. We do want that. Are we consuming it? Nope. And we want that. Nice. 3 for 3. Uh-huh. You suck. What do you think of that? Hmm? You also are a pain. Like, I could descend this unit, but that means 19 more damage. That means you're dying. We don't want that. Oh, this is my endless one. Yeah, he can straight up tank that first attack. That's perfect. Boy, though, still feeling the heat pretty good here. This unit is nasty. Okay. You need to not die. You are very dead. This is not going what I would describe as well. This just needs to be the best card possible. Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. This fight has gone so terribly wrong. We may actually just lose. Ay, ay, ay. If I could have drawn this next time, I could have at least dazed the boss. Okay, so you're dying. We gotta keep you alive. We gotta keep you alive. We gotta keep you alive. I don't know if I want to put these guys down just because, like, to the bottom floor. Because if I put him down here, he's just gonna act as a shield for the boss. That's kind of interesting. What, does that remove multi-strike? It does not. And I think you should have to tell me that. Putting this on this unit's really good. This is not the endless one. I don't have room here. I could put him here. He's got 13 HP. I mean, he'll die. I could merc. I think that's a good choice. Right, I don't do anything extra there. So he'll take 8 plus... Does that say 6 times 5? You're not allowed to do that much damage at this stage. Who said you could do that? Okay. I mean... yeah, I might as well. This'll buy me... This buys me 1 turn. No, it doesn't. This doesn't do anything for me. Are you dying to torch business? I could do this, then he'll burn out in 2 rounds. Not sure it's a good idea. Although it does heal him for 10, and you're gonna kill him in a single round if I don't. Oh, right, friendly units. My genius idea of, oh, what if I hit him with it? Not gonna work. What if I put this unit behind? I think it'll actually have more chances to attack. So you're taking 39 as a result. This still doesn't really help anything. Like, you guys are not burning out, so the heal doesn't do anything. I don't want to purge this. At least we killed the unit in front of him. Okay, we can daze him for 2 rounds. That's very helpful. We can deal a little extra damage there. Oops. And then we can 6 times 5. We can buy an extra round this way. You burn out before you... Wow, that's crazy. My Pyre is doing 30, but it's gonna take 30 damage per round. I think we die. Yeah. Goodbye. How long has this one been? This has been a pretty short one. Actually, it's been reasonable length. Healing spells cast -1 on this floor. I didn't even know that was a card. Hadn't seen that before. That ended up rather poorly, I'm sorry to say. But we'll come back and we'll try it again next time. Thanks for checking us out, guys.